Have you ever met someone in their late 70s or 80s who still seems full of energy? They walk confidently, they remember names, they enjoy travelling, they work in their gardens, they carry their own groceries, and they rarely complain about feeling old. Then you've probably also seen someone 10 years younger who struggles to climb stairs, forgets simple things, and depends on others for everyday tasks. So what makes the difference? Is it simply genetics? Is it luck? Or is there something more? The answer may surprise you. Modern research suggests that while genetics certainly play a role, your daily habits influence far more of the aging process than most people realize. In fact, scientists now estimate that lifestyle choices account for a significant portion of how well we age. That means the decisions you make every morning, every afternoon, and every evening can either help protect your body or slowly wear it down over time. Here's the encouraging news. It's never too late to start. Your body continues adapting throughout life. Your muscles can become stronger. Your balance can improve. Your brain can continue forming new connections. And your overall quality of life can often improve far beyond what many people expect. Today I'm going to share 7 daily habits that healthy older adults often have in common. These aren't expensive, they don't require fancy equipment, and most of them can begin today. Some may seem surprisingly simple, but together they create a powerful foundation for healthy aging. Stay with me until the end, because the final habit is one that many people completely overlook, even though it may be one of the most important for maintaining independence later in life. Welcome to Smart Health Daily. If you enjoy evidence-based health information explained in a practical and easy-to-understand way, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Many people think healthy aging begins with what they eat. Others think it's exercise. Both matter. But one habit quietly influences almost everything else you'll do during the day. How you begin your morning. Think about it. If you wake up feeling stiff, tired, rushed, and immediately reach for your phone, the rest of the day often follows the same pattern. Your stress hormones stay elevated. You move less. You make poorer food choices. And by evening, you're exhausted. Now imagine a different beginning. You wake up. You open the curtains. Natural sunlight enters the room. You take a few slow breaths. You drink a glass of water. You stretch gently for just 5 minutes. Suddenly your body begins waking up naturally. There's science behind this. Morning light helps regulate your circadian rhythm. That's your body's internal clock. It influences energy, hormones, sleep quality, even metabolism. Research has shown that regular morning light exposure may help improve sleep later that night, while supporting mood and daytime alertness. This becomes especially important as we age because our internal body clock naturally becomes less consistent. A simple morning routine doesn't need to take an hour. Even 10 to 15 minutes can make a difference. Open the blinds, step outside if weather allows. Take a short walk around your yard, or simply enjoy your coffee near a sunny window. These small moments tell your brain the day has started. That signal helps organize many biological processes that support healthy aging. There's another habit many healthy older adults rarely skip: hydration. As people get older, the sensation of thirst often becomes less noticeable. In other words, your body may need water long before you actually feel thirsty. Even mild dehydration can contribute to fatigue, headaches, poor concentration, constipation, and dizziness. That's one reason doctors frequently encourage older adults to drink fluids consistently throughout the day instead of waiting until thirst appears. A practical habit is to drink a glass of water shortly after waking up. Then continue drinking small amounts with meals and between activities. If plain water isn't appealing, try sparkling water, herbal tea, or add slices of lemon or cucumber for flavour. Hydration doesn't have to be complicated. Consistency matters more than perfection. Here's another common misconception. Many people believe exercise only counts if they spend an hour in the gym. That's simply not true. Your body responds to movement throughout the entire day. Standing up every hour, walking while talking on the phone, using stairs whenever possible, stretching during television commercials. These moments all add up. Scientists sometimes call this movement snacks. Short periods of activity spread across the day. For older adults, these frequent movements may help reduce stiffness, improve circulation, support joint mobility, and maintain balance. Think of your body like a door hinge. If it isn't moved regularly, it gradually becomes harder to open. Movement keeps that hinge working smoothly. You don't have to move perfectly. You simply have to keep moving consistently. Many people think food is only fuel. In reality, food also sends signals throughout your body. Every meal influences blood sugar, hormones, inflammation, and even brain function. That's why healthy aging isn't about following extreme diets. It's about building consistent eating habits. One habit many nutrition experts encourage is including protein at each main meal. Protein helps maintain muscle tissue, supports immune function, and contributes to feeling full longer. Good sources include fish, chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts. Adding colourful vegetables alongside protein provides vitamins, minerals, fibre, and plant compounds that support overall health. No single food creates healthy aging. It's the pattern that matters. One balanced meal won't change your life, but thousands of balanced meals over many years certainly can. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you today? And which healthy habit has been easiest for you to maintain? Morning walks, healthy eating, drinking enough water, or something completely different? Leave your answer in the comments. Reading your experiences helps build a community where everyone can learn from one another. We've talked about creating a healthier morning, moving more throughout the day, staying hydrated, and using nutrition to support healthy aging. But now we're moving into something even more important, because after the age of 70, the biggest predictor of independence isn't just how far you can walk, it's how much strength you can preserve. In Part 2, we'll explore why muscle becomes your body's hidden insurance policy, how simple strength exercises may help reduce falls, why sleep becomes increasingly important as you age, and one daily habit that researchers consistently associate with better brain health. You won't want to miss it. Now let's talk about something that quietly determines whether many people remain independent well into their 80s. It isn't cholesterol, it isn't blood pressure, and surprisingly, it isn't even body weight. It's muscle. Not the kind of muscle that bodybuilders compete with. The kind that helps you stand up from a chair without using your hands, carry groceries, climb stairs, catch yourself before you fall, open a heavy door, and continue living independently. The unfortunate reality is that after the age of 50, most adults naturally begin losing muscle mass. By the time many people reach their 70s, that loss has accelerated significantly if nothing is done to slow it. The good news: muscle is remarkably adaptable. Even in your 70s, 80, and beyond, your muscles can still become stronger when they're challenged appropriately. That's one of the most encouraging discoveries in modern aging research. Your body never completely loses its ability to respond. It simply needs a stronger reason to adapt. Think about every activity you perform during the day: getting out of bed, standing up after dinner, walking across a parking lot, reaching into a kitchen cabinet, even maintaining your balance while putting on shoes. Every one of those actions depends on muscle. Many people don't notice strength disappearing because it happens slowly. 1 year, opening a heavy jar becomes a little harder. A year later, stairs require using the handrail. Eventually, standing up from a low chair becomes difficult. These changes often seem like normal aging, but in many cases, they reflect muscles that simply haven't been challenged enough. Fortunately, even small amounts of resistance training can make a meaningful difference. When people hear the words strength training, they often imagine crowded gyms, heavy barbells, or intense workouts. Forget that image. Strength training simply means asking your muscles to work against resistance. That resistance could come from your own body weight, resistance bands, small dumbbells, water bottles, or even standing up from a chair repeatedly. Simple exercises include chair squats, wall push-ups, heel raises, step-ups on a low stair, resistance band rows. These movements train the muscles you actually use in daily life. And that's exactly the goal: functional strength. Not impressive strength. Let's imagine two people of the same age. Both have similar blood pressure, both eat healthy diets, both walk every day, but one practices balance for just 5 minutes daily. The other never does. Several years later, one continues walking confidently. The other becomes afraid of falling. That fear changes everything. Many older adults begin moving less because they're worried about falling. Unfortunately, moving less weakens muscles even further. Balance declines, confidence drops, and the cycle continues. That's why balance training is so valuable. Simple exercises include standing on one foot while holding onto a sturdy chair, walking heel to toe across a hallway, slow side steps, tai chi, gentle yoga. These activities train your brain and body to communicate more efficiently. Balance isn't only about your legs, it's about your nervous system. Every time you practice, your brain becomes slightly better at keeping you upright. Here's something many people don't realize. Exercise isn't only for muscles, it's also one of the healthiest things you can do for your brain. When you move, blood flow increases. Oxygen delivery improves. Your brain releases chemicals that support learning and memory. One of those chemicals is often called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. You don't need to remember the name, just remember what it does. Think of it as fertilizer for brain cells. It supports healthy communication between neurons. That's one reason regular physical activity has been associated with better cognitive health throughout life. Again, movement doesn't have to be intense. Consistency beats intensity almost every time. Now here's something people often overlook. Healthy aging isn't only about activity, it's also about recovery. Your body repairs itself while you rest. Muscles rebuild, hormones rebalance. The immune system performs important maintenance. Your brain organizes memories gathered throughout the day. Without adequate recovery, even healthy habits become less effective. Many adults notice sleep becomes lighter over time. They wake more often, fall asleep earlier, wake before sunrise. These changes are common, but poor sleep shouldn't simply be accepted without attention. Creating consistent sleep habits may help improve both sleep quality and daytime energy. Try keeping a regular bedtime, reduce bright screens before sleep, keep the bedroom cool and comfortable, avoid heavy meals immediately before bed. Many people also find that reading, gentle stretching, or slow breathing helps prepare the body for sleep. The goal isn't perfection, it's routine. Your brain appreciates predictability. Now I'd like you to think about something. When was the last time you learned something completely new? Not watched a documentary, not read the news. actually learned a new skill, maybe cooking a different recipe, learning a few words in another language, trying watercolor painting, playing a musical instrument, building a puzzle, taking an online class. Your brain enjoys novelty. Whenever you challenge it with something unfamiliar, new neural connections begin forming. Just like muscles strengthen through use, your brain benefits from regular challenge. One of the biggest myths about aging is that learning stops after retirement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Many people discover new passions during their 70s and 80s. Some learn photography, others begin writing, some volunteer. Others finally learn to play the piano they always dreamed about. Age doesn't prevent learning. It simply changes the pace. Here's a simple exercise you can begin tomorrow. Choose one activity you've never done before. Spend just 15 minutes practicing, not watching. Practicing. Your goal isn't mastery, your goal is growth. Small improvements create remarkable long-term results. So far we've discussed creating a healthy morning, staying hydrated, moving more, building strength, improving balance, sleeping better, and keeping your brain active. But there are still 2 habits left, and they may be the most powerful of all, because research continues to show that people who stay socially connected, who maintain a strong sense of purpose, and who continue contributing to others, often enjoy not only longer lives, but happier ones. In Part 3, we'll explore why relationships may be one of the most powerful forms of medicine, how purpose influences healthy aging, simple nutrition habits that protect your body over time, and how all 7 habits work together to help you remain independent for years to come. Now we've reached the habits that many people underestimate. They're not sold in a bottle, you can't buy them online, and they don't require expensive equipment, yet they consistently appear in studies of people who remain healthy, independent, and mentally sharp well into their 80s and 90s. Let's begin with something every human being needs: connection. Imagine 2 neighbors. They're both 78 years old. Both have similar medical histories. Both take care of themselves. But one spends most days alone. The other regularly meets friends, calls family members, volunteers at a community centre, or simply chats with neighbours during a morning walk. Years later, one continues smiling, laughing, remembering stories, looking forward to tomorrow. The other slowly withdraws. Motivation fades, energy decreases. Memory isn't quite what it used to be. Coincidence? Not necessarily. Scientists have spent decades studying the relationship between social connection and healthy aging. Again and again, one pattern appears. People with meaningful relationships often enjoy better physical and emotional health than those who remain isolated. Why? Because humans are designed for connection. Conversations challenge the brain. Laughter reduces stress. Feeling needed creates purpose. Sharing experiences strengthens emotional resilience. When we stop connecting, we don't simply become lonely. We often become less active, less curious, less engaged with life itself. That's why healthy aging isn't only about caring for your body, it's also about caring for your relationships. Many people assume they need dozens of friends. That's not true. Quality matters far more than quantity. One meaningful conversation each day may be far more valuable than scrolling social media for hours. Meaningful connection could include calling an old friend, visiting a neighbor, attending a community event, joining a walking group, playing cards, going to church or another faith gathering, volunteering, reading to grandchildren, teaching someone a skill you've spent decades learning. Remember, your life experience is valuable. Someone else can benefit from it. This brings us to something closely connected: purpose. Purpose isn't always something dramatic. It doesn't have to mean changing the world. Sometimes purpose simply means having a reason to get out of bed tomorrow. Maybe your grandchildren, maybe your garden, maybe caring for a pet, maybe volunteering every Thursday morning, maybe learning something new. Purpose creates direction, and direction creates momentum. Think about the happiest older adults you've ever known. Many continue planning, creating, helping, building, growing. They don't spend all day thinking about getting older. They're too busy living. There's another fascinating reason purpose matters. When people remain engaged with meaningful activities, they're often mentally active without realizing it. Planning, problem-solving, communicating, learning, organizing, remembering. These activities continuously challenge different parts of the brain. That's one reason retirement doesn't have to mean slowing down. It can become an opportunity to explore interests that busy careers never allowed. Some people discover painting, others begin woodworking. Some write family history, others learn photography. Some become incredible gardeners. The activity itself matters less than remaining engaged. If there is one habit shared by many remarkably healthy, older adults, it's curiosity. Curiosity keeps people learning. Learning keeps the brain active. Activity creates confidence. Confidence encourages independence. Everything connects. Think back to childhood. Children ask questions constantly. Why? Because curiosity drives growth. Unfortunately, many adults slowly stop asking questions. Life becomes routine. The same television programs, the same conversations, the same schedule. The brain enjoys efficiency, but it also thrives on challenge. Healthy aging means giving your brain new experiences, new information, new skills, new environments. You don't need to enroll in university. Start small. Read about a country you've never visited. Learn basic phrases in another language. Try cooking food from another culture. Visit a museum. Watch educational documentaries. Take a beginner's art class. Learn birdwatching. Practice photography. Explore astronomy. Start a journal. The goal isn't becoming an expert. The goal is remaining curious. Curiosity keeps your world expanding. And an expanding world keeps life interesting. Many adults avoid learning because they worry about making mistakes. Here's the truth. Everyone starts as a beginner. Every expert once struggled with the basics. Healthy aging isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about continuing to grow despite them. Give yourself permission to be uncomfortable. That's often where learning begins. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Healthy aging isn't built on one miracle habit. It's the combination that creates results. Morning light helps regulate your internal clock. Hydration supports your body and brain. Movement keeps joints flexible. Strength training preserves independence. Balanced nutrition provides the building blocks your body needs. Sleep allows repair. Learning challenges the brain. Purpose gives direction. Relationships nourish emotional health. Each habit strengthens the others. Think of them as the legs of a table. Remove one. The table may still stand. Remove several. Eventually stability disappears. That's why consistency matters more than perfection. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You simply need to keep showing up. Day after day, week after week, year after year. Small habits become powerful over time. I'd like to leave you with a challenge. Don't try changing everything tomorrow. Choose one habit, just one. Maybe it's drinking more water, walking 10 minutes every morning, practicing balance while brushing your teeth, calling an old friend every Wednesday, reading 20 minutes before bed instead of watching television. Learning one new skill this month. Master one habit. Then add another. Healthy aging isn't a sprint. It's a lifelong journey built from small daily decisions. If you're watching this today, you already care about your future. That alone is something to be proud of. Remember, growing older is inevitable. Growing weaker isn't always. Every healthy meal, every walk, every conversation, every good night's sleep, every new skill, every glass of water, every small decision is an investment in the person you'll become years from now. The best time to start wasn't 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you? And which of these 7 habits are you going to start working on first? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read as many comments as I can, and your story may encourage someone else to begin their own healthy aging journey. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Smart Health Daily, and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly science-based health videos. Our mission is simple: to help you live longer, stay stronger, think clearer, and enjoy a healthier, more independent life. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, stay curious, stay active, stay connected, and remember, healthy aging doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. We'll see you in the next video.